What's going on, YouTube? It's Mediking here, and to kick off November, I have a deck review. Today I'm going to be looking at my Mega Charizard Pyroar deck. So, let's just get to it. Main attacker of the deck, we have a 2-2 line of Mega Charizard EX. We have 2 Mega Charizard EX with the Crimson Dive attack, does 300 damage, and it does have a drawback of doing 50 to itself. Now, the reason he is so good is because, well, 300 damage is nothing to scoff at. He does 300 damage. That's ridiculous. 220 HP. The 50 damage, although it is bad, is preventable. And he's a fire type, so he gets access to Blacksmith, and because there's so many colorless in his attack cost, you can power him up in essentially one turn if you do the right thing. Also, 2 regular Charizard EX, 1 full art, and 1 of the promo Stoke ones. This is an extended format deck, by the way. We also have 2 Entei EX, because Grand Flame is good for acceleration, and Fire Fang burns the target, so that's pretty good. He's also just a pretty solid fire-type attacker. I also have a 2-2 Pyroar line, so 2 of the Litleo with 70 HP. 2 Pyroar shuts down any of your opponent's basics, and because he's a fire type, he goes so well in this deck. You can attack for pretty cheap. Can't be touched by any EX other than Megas. And he's just really, really good. Of course, because this deck runs double colorless energy, you're going to have to run 1 or 2 copies of Mewtwo EX. We run 2. So many Psychic Weak Pokemon these days, he's just a card that's pretty much essential to run. So those are all the Pokemon, only 12 of those. Then we have our A-Spec Computer Search. Look for anything you want whenever you need it. Great card. Fun to play. Now for our supporters, we have 4 Professor Juniper, discard your hand, draw 7, get you a fresh hand whenever you need it, and it's pretty much a staple in every deck in the format. Another big supporter for this deck is Blacksmith. It's your energy acceleration if you can't get an Entei powered up fast enough, and you can really get either Charizard or Pyroar working quickly. Then you also have 3 copies of N. I'd play 4, but I don't have a 4th reverse one. He's just really good, and he's a staple in every deck too. Then we have 2 copies of Skyla, can get you any item that you need, like a Fiery Torch or a Professor's Letter or Protection Cube. Those are all really good, and Skyla, it's always good to run 1 or 2 copies to look for any trainer you need. Also, staple in every deck, 2 Lysanders. Let you switch your opponent's active Pokemon with one of his or her bench Pokemon. Great card. Lets you pick your target. Lets you know who you're going to hit. Hit who you want to hit. For tools, I run 3 Protection Cubes because they negate the 50 damage that Charizard does to himself, and that's really good. I also run 3 copies of Muscle Band to help add boost damage for like Mewtwo, Pyroar, and Entei. You never really touch these at Charizard because you never need to do 320 damage. You also have 1 copy of Rocky Helmet because I have a golden one and it just looks really nice and I wanted to play it in a deck, so I'm playing it here. You also have 4 copies of Fiery Torch. You can discard a fire energy from your hand and draw 2 cards. This goes really well with Blacksmith because you can draw 4 cards and then just get the 2 energy and put them onto your bench Pokemon in 1 turn. That's great. That's a good thing to do. You also have your last, or a couple more items. You have 4 Ultra Balls to search out any Pokemon you need. This deck runs a fairly low amount of Pokemon, so you're going to need to use these a lot. 1 Random Receiver for when you can't get a supporter and you really need one. 1 Switch to get you out of a sticky situation. 1 Max Potion. They're good in this deck, and because of Blacksmith, they're even better. You can just get back the energy that you get rid of. And the last 3 items are 3 Professor's Letters. Let you look for 2 basic energies, and then you can discard them either with Ultra Ball or Fiery Torch. And if you haven't guessed, this is a pretty basic energy count. I have 8 copies of basic fire energies, and of course 4 double colorless energies. So thank you for watching this deck review of Mega Charizard Pyroar. Please continue watching and be excited for the rest of November. Comment like if you like this video, and subscribe if you want to see more of this content. Thank you, and good night.